I want to talk more about understanding the signs and when it's time for parents to step in. So joining us are Dr. Robert Zaid, a family and medicine specialist from Providence Park in Novi. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having us.
And also Kimber-Bishop Yanke, who you just opened a bullying counseling center, both for people who are being bullied and the bullies themselves. So both of you have a lot of great information I know you want to share. Dr. Zaid, let's start with you. Help us understand the symptoms that we may be seeing our kids exhibit if they're being the victim of bullying.
Joanne, children who are bullied often are lonely, sad, and afraid. And because of this, most kids will not come in and tell you that they're bullied. And so you have to look at other signs, and sometimes a kid may have medical symptoms that you just can't explain medically, or they may be a little bit withdrawn. They may see their school nurse multiple times without having anything really going on medically. And so you want to make sure, first of all, there's nothing medically going on, but then also ask the pertinent questions. You want to make sure that if you see somebody that might be having behavior changes, maybe getting more angry or not wanting to go to the bus stop, you ask them about their social networks and their support.
And not yes or no questions, I assume. I mean, parents say,
Right.
you know, how was your day? What's going on? These have got to be open-ended questions to get the information out of our
Sure,
parents.
and the best way to do it is to start conversations.
Yes.
In our office for preventative exams, we usually are asking kids about what their interests are, what their hobbies are, who their friends are. And if any kid doesn't answer a question or they're quiet, that's a chance to probe deeper into it. And sometimes it's difficult to get that information.
Yeah, it is, but it's so critical we do it. Kimber, you know, I talked to you a little bit earlier, and I know you go to schools and you give seminars and all this on the difference between meanness and bullying and whatnot. But talk to me about, you think that there's just a societal problem, that in some schools this is not taken seriously enough. In society in general, this is allowed to happen.
Right. Part of the problem is the culture of that school. What is the climate? What are kids allowed to say and do? And so this is a puzzle. We have to train the kids with the skills. We have to train the teachers to have a system in place that when a child cannot stand up for themselves, we call it sort of self-defensive words. When they cannot handle the meanness themselves, they have a structure, a process in place, then that an adult will step in. And we like kids to try 3 times to stand up for themselves to handle it.
Let me interrupt you
Yes.
for 1 sec, because I think the thinking in the past that we've talked about is that maybe, well, just ignore it, you know, and it'll go away. Or if they're paying that much attention to you, it means that they like you. You want a very different approach. You want kids to stand up for themselves in these 3 different times. Explain that.
Yes, well, the issue is in the past and continuing, people are telling kids that it's no big deal. Act like you don't care. And we are telling kids, act like you do care, and the message is, this is going to stop, and I'll do what I have to do to get it to stop. You don't have the right to treat me like that. So we teach kids to have that confident body language, that firm voice, and strong words. Not mean words, but strong words. Together, all 3 pieces helps a child let the person know, you don't have the right to treat me like this. Now, I've tried it 3 different times. We want them to use different words. We don't want them to ever say, please, will you stop bullying me? Please stop calling me names. We're not asking people for favors.
Yeah,
we're saying,
right.
this
Stop.
needs to stop.
Right.
And if the situation does not, we want them to go to an adult in a school that has a system in place. Then the adult has many options. They might send the kid to the principal or talk to the kid directly.
There's a lot to be done. I know your group, Kids Empowered. We're going to put some information just in a little while tonight on our website about your group. And Dr. Zaid, thank you so much. And Kimber, we appreciate you both being here. It's just such a difficult subject, and we appreciate your insight.